Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Thursday, so you know we always talk about happy, healthy habits with Robin Shimizu and friends. Robin won't be joining us today, but we are sending our love her way. She'll see you next week. But she always has a fabulous guest, and our guest today is going to be Miss Brenna Garcia. And we'll be talking to her shortly about getting the dust out. In the meanwhile, I want to share with you 13 quick habits for an entrepreneur or just busy people. Okay? Because Robin always shares a healthy habit. With that, I want to start with number one, eat breakfast. Most important meal of the day. So you want to refuel. Two, plan your meals. If you plan your meals, then that way everything's already done and you don't have to really worry about it. What am I going to cook? So many times we're sitting there in meetings talking about, what am I having for lunch? If we already knew, we could rest our minds. Drink plenty of water because here at Biz Chicks, we're always about hydrating. So make sure you put that on your list. Take an exercise break, folks. Take some time to take care of yourself. Invest in your health. The sooner you do it, the better and the quicker you'll see results. So keep some time to yourself. Go offline sometime during the day. Don't always be connected to something. Sometimes I feel like we're just over connected. Take a break. Okay? Play some music. Something that lifts you up, that makes you smile, that brings you joy. Just a little music can do a lot to calm the mood, to get you revved up for something exciting. Music can change the atmosphere. Don't smoke, okay? No vaping, people. We're having issues with that lately. Sleep well. Get plenty of rest. I think we underestimate the power of a good night's sleep. That's when all of your cells are regenerating and things are, what would you say, almost rebooting your system for the next day. Train your muscles. For instance, now I'm sitting in a chair today, but I do have an exercise ball. Maybe once in a while I should roll that thing in my office and just sit on it while I'm doing some particular activity, like reading for a couple of minutes or something. Okay. Head outdoors. Get some sunshine. Get some vitamin D. It's free. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Make sure you work on your balance. Do something to work on your balance. Some kind of exercise, chai tea, yoga, something that centers around keeping your balance, your physical balance. Be mindful. In other words, stop and smell the roses every once in a while. Stop and just have a moment of gratitude. Someone was saying, well, everything's going wrong. I just don't know what's going on. And so the other person began to say, well, I'm so sorry that your house burned down. My house did not burn down. What are you talking about? Yes. And then he said, oh, I'm sorry that, your children are not well. My children are well. Oh, a moment, and finally the person got it. Oh, a moment of everything. I have a lot to be grateful for. A lot to be grateful for, folks, And so we just want to close with this other healthy habit, and that is don't forget to watch Robin Shimizu and Friends. Robin says, yes, put the cell phone down and connect. Reconnect with yourself. Thank you so much, Robin. We love you. She's here in the chat. I want to also give a shout out to our producer, Miss Francine Gregory. She's mobile today, and she is doing some production for a conference. So you're in my hands, guys. Anything can happen in this studio because I am so talented at this. All right. With that, I want to introduce to you and present to others Miss Brenna Garcia. Brenna is the mother of 3 children, um, one of which is a severe special needs child. She's an advocate for toxin-free living and for saving money. So all of those things make sense to us here at Biz Chicks. If you are not already following Brenna, we highly recommend that you follow her at Smart Living with Brenna Garcia. And so without further ado, here's Brenna. Let's see if I can get us in here, Brenna. There we are. I told you anything could happen today because I'm in charge of production. I'm pressing these buttons and things aren't happening like they do when Fran is here. Oh, how are you today? Oh, let me unmute you. Hold on. Okay.
Oh,
Go
I'm
ahead.
good. I'm good. How are you?
All is well. All is well. And it's my understanding that today's topic is getting the dust out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Part of my less work series. We all like less work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So another way to have less work is to get rid of the dust.
Oh.
Um, so if anybody's ever heard the expression, as a parent of littles, spraying stuff to clean the wood floors or to clean the wood surfaces, or and that stuff becomes airborne. And what happens when it becomes airborne? It goes into the dust at some point that
Mm.
settles. And so studies have shown that the average household contains 62 toxic chemicals from all of our previous cleaning supplies. And the ECE, which is Early Child Care and Education, if anybody works for the state and has to deal with children or
Mm-hmm.
even the school districts, ECE, the green cleaning and sanitizing one, which is actually online for a publication that's available to view and print out, is states that many of the household chemicals or products that are meant for home care
Mm-hmm.
are not safe to use.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, and that.
I like
Go
that.
ahead.
I like that because it's just plain English. It's just not safe to use. I don't need to know all the chemical names and you know what I'm saying, because it doesn't serve me well. But what does serve me well is to know, hey, it's not good for me. Okay. Thank you for making that clear, concise.
Right, right.
Okay. So now we know that there's some things in these products that are not good for us. What can we do about it, Brenna?
So the easiest thing to do is to dust without using anything.
Say
So
what?
yeah, no spray and weights or no products of that sort.
Mm-hmm.
I used to DIY my products also. I used thinking that using the essential oils mixed with vinegar or what have you were going to give me the results that I wanted. And
Mm-hmm.
in some instances, it just gave me more work. So I don't like work, and that work came in the form of residue. So when you have residue that's left behind, dust immediately gets attracted to it. So
And that's where it gets sticky.
yeah,
Okay.
it's so annoying. So one thing that we can do is use a dusting mitt. This comes in the Safe Haven 5 set that we have. And the dusting mitt, you just rub it together, or if you have 2, then you're a dusting ninja. Then you rub it together. It creates a static charge. And as you're wiping your surfaces, it actually just picks it up and traps it in the fibers, the plushy fibers of the microfiber.
Mm-hmm.
And it also has silver in it to help neutralize any potential bacteria.
Okay, so before we go there, am I too loud? I think my mic's too high. Let me turn it down a little bit. Okay, before we go there, Brenna, I want to know. Okay, so what company is this? What are we talking about?
Oh,
Where do these
we're
things come from? I know that some people have watched us before, but we may have some new people tuning in. We're now over on YouTube and we're over on Periscope and we're on Facebook. So, I want you to talk to folks like they've never heard from you before.
okay. Yes, I'm terribly sorry. I forgot. So yeah, I'm sharing Norwex with you today because it has saved me time and money, and in some instances, my sanity. Because as a parent, stay-home parent, taking care of our kids is like our top priority. But when we are tackled or given more work from what we are typically doing from our routine, and we're not getting a break, it gets kind of daunting. So I like to help people um, have solutions that are effective and efficient without the extra elbow grease.
Okay, and so the name of the company
Is Norwex?
is Norwix, and I see it here in the chat from Robin, and it's spelled Nor. Let me see. Here, I'll show Robin's comment. Yay, Brenna! Go Norwix! Start a toxin-free journey is what Robin had to say. So there's the name of the company in case you guys are looking for it. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brenna. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure that people knew what you were talking about. I knew, but I didn't want to assume.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So why is it important to get the dust out?
Mm-hmm.
So in studies have shown additionally that women who stay home caregivers, so that in many instances that might be men, have discovered, studies have shown that women are 52% higher risk of getting cancer than your individuals that work outside the home. So staying home and doing the daily cleaning adds to that task. I'm going to have to get that.
Okay. You go ahead and get that, and I will talk while you're on that, okay? All right, guys. Brenna had to take a break. I told you that she does have a special needs child, and I'm sure that there are some conversations that she has to have when the caregivers call her. So we're going to take a little side trip here. And one of the things I wanted to tell you is that she is a representative for Norwix, which is all about toxin-free living. So, she's back. Wow. Hi. That was quick.
Thank you for that. Yeah. Feeding pump. Yeah, it was just the feeding pump, so I had to turn that off.
No problem.
Apologies. So the eliminating the chemicals from the dust that we would typically breathe, because the dust is it helps breed dust mites, and those aren't fun either, because if you have asthma or anybody with respiratory issues, dust mites can be a common trigger for year-round allergies and asthma.
Oh.
So I was a sufferer from allergies, and I didn't know that I had allergy to dust mites until I tried something, got tested. So
okay, so there's another reason for us to be paying attention to these myths, right? and not wanting to use chemicals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So another
for it.
Yeah. So another awesome dusting alternative solution to what I used to use is a dusting wand. And this one is nice because it folds over and you can get the fans. If you have fans in your home, or if you have cobwebs that are high up, because dust likes to sit in the cobwebs too. And that means that I'm ready for Halloween. How about you? It's time to dust. But I'm going to leave them up for Halloween because...
Stop.
But yeah, this is a great duster, because you can get up on top of your valances if you have those. It's great for doing the blinds, get the dust off the blinds.
I have wooden blinds.
Me
So
too.
those plantation ones, they're pretty thick.
Thick.
Does that
Yeah.
will it work on those?
Yeah, it works well on those. I
Mm,
will say in my kitchen, when I first, within the first year of having Norwex, I had to enviro cloth them first to get the grease, because grease and dust have settled on my blinds from the past years before I had found Norwex.
okay.
Yeah. And
And
the enviro cloth is just the Bert and Ernie, or the Batman and Robin of our Safe Haven 5 set.
okay,
And
so you're gonna have to give us a 30-second explanation of what Bert and Ernie are.
so this
Let
cloth
me
is our
let
enviro
you.
cloth, and it acts as a little suction cups when you wipe across the surface, but it doesn't stick to the surface because it's our microfiber that's 1/200th of a human hair, as opposed to the industry standard that is 1/6, 1/5, or 1/4. That's what you go and you buy in the store. Um, but this one's 1/200th. And then it is infused with silver to help neutralize any bacteria or viruses that were on the surface that it had picked up and trapped in the cloth. So I really like this. I color code my house, and because you don't want, it doesn't, it helps prevent cross contamination from wiping from one place to the other, but you don't, our brains don't work in such a way that we're like, okay, we're gonna clean and you clean the bathroom first and then we'll clean the kitchen. So color coding has come in handy for me, because I don't want to have to use the same cloth in the same spot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think we want to clean the kitchen with the same stuff we clean the bathroom with.
the
It's an
cloth.
American thing maybe, but I just
It's our mentality. Yeah, we're not comfortable with it, and it doesn't. You could do it with our cloths, but you know, historically how I've done it, I'm not going to stray away. That's the line I don't cross. I'll get rid of the chemicals,
exactly.
have less work, but in my brain, yeah, I want to keep it less work.
Okay, so this new is this new? This
This
dust
is
thing?
this Enviro wand is not new. We've had it for quite some time. But the great thing about it is that it attaches to our mop handle.
Oh,
So we have our floor mop, which adjusts. I'm almost 6 feet tall, so it's high enough for me, unlike the previous ones that I used to purchase and the commercial ones. So
uh-huh.
I'm in the in between. The commercial ones are really big. They're massive, right?
Mm.
I had those dusting mops, and we are they were challenging to store. So I had a dusting mop, I had the floor cleaning for wood system,
Hmm.
and I had the broom and dustpan, and I had a commercial cotton mop. Yeah, I just had a lot to store.
I hear you. We all
So
do. We have tools.
yeah, but this was one of the best tools that I had, because I could get the crown molding, or I could get the fans, or I could get the cobwebs above the cabinets in the kitchen. It
Mhm.
helps you reach higher places because you can attach it to the mop. You can take off
Gotcha.
the mop head and you attach it to the mop, and then it can go high.
Okay, so the mop periscopes, the handle.
So it's a telescoping handle. Yeah.
Yes. Did I say periscope?
Yeah.
Telescope. Maybe because we're on periscope.
It
Okay.
extends.
It's
Same
on my
difference. It
mind.
extends. Yeah.
Mhm. So,
So go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go
So
ahead.
the
I was
great
going to ask you why do we want to get the dust out? But you were talking about the mites and go ahead.
the chemicals in the dust that is
Mm.
left behind from our previous cleaning products.
Oh, okay. All right. So then we take the Enviro cloth. Is that what you called it?
Yeah, for if you have blinds like I did in the very beginning, I
Yeah.
had I had grease and dust build up on my blinds. I had to take the Enviro cloth, wet, and get up on a ladder and wipe them down. But after that, I just follow up with my Enviro wand,
Okay.
because they're kind of far and out of the way. So I attach them to the mop handle, and I can get it that way. So I don't have to climb a ladder anymore. I just use this to
Oh, there's another reason. We don't want to be climbing ladders on a regular basis. My question to you is, so when you wipe it down, what do you use?
Water.
Just see, now we're saving money already.
Yep. Yeah, and also what was very interesting, because I have a 5 by 6 window, 5 by 6 foot window, and before, when I had cleaned it, it had taken me about 3.5 hours to go up and down with the previous stuff that I used.
Wow.
I was like, I'm never cleaning these blinds again. Then when I got Norwex and I saw the necessity of cleaning them, I didn't take 3.5 hours, because the cloth, when you use it, you have 8 sides to work with when you fold it 4. So you have 8 sides to work with. So I was wiping on one, wipe, 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 fold it, then wipe, 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 next side, wipe, wipe, wipe. So I didn't have to get down the ladder as many times as I did before either. And then so I had less time, less effort, and I had better results.
Oh, I like that. Let me put that in the chat. Less time, less effort, and better results.
Yeah. Yeah, it only took me to do the whole window and in each blind, and I cooked every day. So I was pretty ambitious baker back then.
I hear you.
Yeah, but now it's just like it's maintenance. It's easier to do now because I don't use the chemicals, so there's not a buildup of residue. Obviously, I still cook, but it's not as severe because you're able to get the job done daily or weekly, I should say.
Wow, that's amazing. I love it.
I do, believe me. The struggles of staying home and getting all those little tasks done have become minute now.
Well, you know what? I really want to talk to you about this because we're expecting. I'm expecting a grandchild soon, so my daughter's expecting a baby soon, and
Oh,
so
congratulations!
thank you. So my question is, how will this help? Um, how does Norwex help with that?
So Norwex helps. Great question, by the way. So Norwex helps with that because studies have shown that there's 252 chemicals in the cord blood of babies when they're born. So they analyzed the cord blood after birth, and they found 252 chemicals. So whatever the mom used to clean around the house, whatever mom was exposed to, was also going to the baby.
Wow.
And yeah, that was analyzed by a lab. So, and the
Okay, so
studies
then how
have
does
been,
Norwex make a difference?
it helps you not expose them at the time of birth, and you'll have a safer haven for them to come to by eliminating their exposure, because the body burden, meaning body burden is how the size of your body to how much exposure you have to chemicals. And that becomes whether it be environmental or in your home. So it burdens on the body. And we have a bigger surface area on our body than a baby. Babies have smaller surface area, so it has a higher impact on whether it be respiratory or endocrine, so on and so forth.
Okay, so what I hear you saying is, for those people who are not familiar with Norwex, is because Norwex only uses water versus chemicals. Now the baby's not exposed to all of these things, and neither is the mother.
Right.
Okay. And particularly if you're nursing and sometimes you just want to be on the floor with your baby, how would Norwex help with that?
Well, if you're using the EnviroMop, the mop system in your home, which works just like Bert and Ernie, it picks up anything off the floor, traps it in the fibers until you rinse it and hang it to dry to allow the silver to work. It's helping to eliminate that exposure on a daily basis, because whether it be in our hands or our feet, we're absorbing stuff through them. Our skin is a protective layer, but it doesn't filter, it absorbs.
That's a revelation right there. So it's going in, but it's not necessarily filtering out anything that I'm taking in. So therefore, I need to treat it sort of like whatever I put on it is like almost like a medical patch. You know how your skin absorbs stuff. So now
Right.
I start looking at it as one big potential medical patch. I can be more what was
Where
aware,
aware,
yeah,
more
of what
aware.
I let touch my body and connect with my skin,
Hmm.
as well as those that I love.
Yeah.
Mm, mm, mm. Okay, um, I know that you are a representative for Norwix. What can we do if we want to know more about the product?
You can go to my website at brennagarcia.norwex.biz
Okay,
to, and you can sign up for my monthly newsletter that comes out, and you can join if once you can go check out Happily Green and Clean on
okay,
Facebook for my tips and tricks and just the insight into how my daily living is, but how I also have effective solutions for the challenges that I've encountered throughout my 17 years of being a parent. Yeah.
so sounds like an invaluable resource. So those of you who are looking for a non-toxic way to clean your home and for materials and products to do that, we highly suggest that you follow Brenna on Happily Green and Clean. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Happily Green and Clean on Facebook. Got
Yeah.
it? Is that cool? Okay. Happily Green and Clean. I didn't want, because I'm still struggling with happy, healthy habits. They turn into tongue twisters after a while. So Happily Green and Clean on Facebook to find out more about these products. And if you are,
I'm going to answer a couple questions.
yeah,
In
Fraser
your
says he is, let's see what Fraser
Hi,
is saying.
Fraser. Thanks for joining us today, and thank you to everyone who is asking me questions and in the broadcast.
He is joining us from Edinburgh, Scotland. So,
Oh, Norwex
mhm,
is over there. You
mhm.
could be your own rep and get your discount.
Well, did you hear that, Fraser? You need to call
Yeah.
Brenna. We might have a
So
new
thank
business
you, Fraser. I don't run a cleaning business, but I know people here that do. Norwex is a global company, sustainable and fair trade. So you can also feel good about that um, if you were interested in something that gives you results and has extra little perks.
Okay, now
Um,
here's what else
Scotland.
he says. He is clean. He has a cleaning business.
Awesome. Edinburgh Dusters
Hmm.
in his business. Oh, okay. Edinburgh Dusters. I like it.
And what's he saying here? Edinburgh Dusters is my business. Okay, and
That's all I get to
showing
see.
up, it's in Scotland here. Okay, so if you are looking to save money, if he's looking to save money in his business, how will this help Fraser?
So that is a fabulous question. So the way that using Norwex helps you save money in a cleaning business, um, I've talked to many of the cleaners that are in our team. They're actually consultants, and they don't have the lethargy after they've cleaned a house. The lethargy,
She used the word. What is lethargy? She went there.
uh, is feeling tired. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Look, I got a
I
master's
have,
degree. I'm like, boy, we can't let that word slide. That's just
I,
way too out there. Go ahead.
I have to I have to admit I have a special needs daughter, so child, and so I have to explain and advocate for her extensively through providers
So
and
you,
that
so
don't
you
want to
got some of
provide
that
services.
technical language.
Yeah.
We all tend to cross pollinate different experiences into our language. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so we can avoid getting tired.
Get tired. tired feeling, and then also your exposure. So if there's any cleaners, they have obviously a higher risk than even the stay-at-home parents that have a 52% higher risk of cleaning. Now, I will say that probably because ours, Norwex is a UK-based company. It started in Norway, and it started with a gentleman, Bjorn, and he used to be a lawyer for the environment department over there. And so he knows a lot about the laws that the UK has. So the UK has much more stringent laws. So I don't know what kind of products you guys have over there for cleaning, or if it's even the same in Edinburgh as it is, say, in Norway. But I know that Norwex is in 15 countries last time I checked.
Mm-hmm.
So there are consultants in your area or near you, or maybe you can just skip over to the next nation, if you will, because
Yes,
I know
because
they're
you're so
a
close
nice little,
together. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and take a gander and connect with a consultant, and you could probably have it shipped to you there.
Well,
I
I
can't accept orders.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. I think my concern is this, Brenna. Have we explained to him the fact that it's going to save him money because now he's not investing in a lot of products?
Yeah. So
I think that's what he'd be interested in. His bottom line.
you're not carrying as many things to and from the houses that you're cleaning. You're not
Mm-hmm.
having to if you drop something, you'll have to pick it up, less bending over potentially, right? Because I know when carrying the stuff, even I drop stuff in my house when I'm going from room to room and I'm picking it up because I dropped it. So less risk of dropping stuff. I put all my cleaners on the carabiner, all my cloths that I'm going to use on a carabiner, carry it through my house. And a carabiner is what the rock climbers use to
Ah,
attach themselves. They're called carabiners to their
okay.
ropes. And so, but here you can get utility ones specifically that don't have to bear weight, and you can pick them up in the dollar store around these here parts. So I just stick them on a carabiner, go into my room that I'm cleaning, and I just wet the ones that require wetting and use them, and then follow up with whatever's comes after, which is typically our window cloth.
So basically, once you get the house prepped, then all you're doing is coming in and wiping down with water and
Yeah,
drying,
yeah,
wiping
because clean
dry.
has no smell.
Mm-hmm. And you're not putting your customers at risk. You're not putting your employees at risk, and you are saving money. I like that. What do you think, Fraser? How's
Yeah,
that sound good? Does that sound good to you?
yeah, you're saving money also because studies have shown that the traditional cleaners, since they're not safe to use in their home.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay. So
and
here's Fraser's response. Hold on. He says he uses
yeah,
microfiber cloths
fiber
from
cloths
Costco.
from Costco. I did too. I'm just gonna be honest. I did too. I bought the whole box and whole bin and had them by stacks. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the issue with the microfiber that's traditionally out there and is that even though it provides you a a better cleaning than the cotton cloths,
Mm-hmm.
you'll notice that they fluff, and so they lint off a lot. So they leave a
Okay.
lot of debris, and it turns into dust at some point. It gets mixed up in the dust, and you get a lot of lint from those. I did, and these cloths,
Do you have to use chemicals with those?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You would use chemicals with those, but this one you're only using water, and technically if you took this cloth to use it, you're not having a bunch of little microfibers bunched up together to create the cloth. You're having one single fiber that's
Mm-hmm.
infused with silver, and if you unwound that one fiber, it would stretch from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico.
Wow.
It's wound so finely, and the fiber is so fine, it's leaving you with nothing on the surface, giving you a bigger space of time to the next time you're going to be cleaning, making you look really good as a house cleaner because, oh, my surfaces stayed cleaner longer than they have before.
Yes. Now he's saying this is always good to save money. And then we have this comment here. Frazier says, I was a lot of cloths and tumble dry.
They use a lot of cloths, yeah.
Okay.
And you can wash these in the water. You can wash these and then put them to dry. Drying them is recommended, but you'll have about half the amount of cloths because your window cloth that you're going to use, you're following up with the window cloths. You might only need a certain amount of cloths. So if you're doing 3 houses that day, you might only need 1 cloth because you're using that cloth to polish the surface to a streak-free shine, and you can use it multiple times. The Enviro cloth, which picks everything up and traps it in the cloth, and I'll admit that our window polishing cloth also has silver in it too. So it has a different texture. It's more silky, but it does have the silver to help bring it to a streak-free shine with less effort. Okay. So we do a butter demo, and dealing with grease and getting the stuff off of the streaks off of the glass is challenging. How is it better to use than cleaning? So many stoves have glass windows, right, or ovens, I should say, microwaves and ovens. And when I used to have to clean I used 2 products. I used the one that polished the stainless steel. So you had wax on, wax off, buff to clean, polish. And then that was 3 cloths for the stainless steel. And then the windows themselves, you had to use the other spray, blue spray stuff, right? So then it would drip onto the stainless steel and make it look terrible. And if you reverse the process, doing the glass first, then you did the stainless steel cleaner, you would still get streaks from the chemical of the stainless steel buffing and shining because it would streak it.
Okay.
So
well, we have Linus over here too. She's over on Periscope. How you doing,
Linus? Thank you for joining us today. So when you're just cleaning with water and you use this cloth, you can go over the same 2 surfaces with water, and you're not having to use 2 different chemicals on the same item.
Wow. Guys, you have got to follow Brenna because, she's on Twitter, she says. Yes. Okay. That Linda says she's on Twitter. What was I going to say? I was saying that they need to follow you because this is such, what do you call that? Time saving and labor
invaluable
saving and the economics make sense, especially if you own a cleaning business. So
less effort. So I will say that just to add for Frazier there, that we have it'll clean 90% of your home, these 2 cloths, or any home that you're doing. But if you have a more challenging situation, showers, stovetops, ovens, we have natural based products. They're all natural based. They are biodegradable, and they give me way better results than anything I used before.
Fantastic.
And I've had a lot of customers also like them. Cleaning paste is the elbow grease in a jar. You use it on anything from carpet stains with shoe polish or stains in the carpets in the car. I had kids, so that carpets used to be.
I hear you.
Yeah. So you use the cleaning paste. That's how I got started with Norwex. I had Sharpie marker stenciled down the side of my table for 4 years because my husband let the kids utilize his Sharpie marker to stencil the alphabet.
Okay.
And I bought chemicals for 4 years to try to fix it, and it didn't take it out like it said it would. This was the only thing that took it out, and then I was a believer after that. And there's only 3 ingredients.
Come on sometime, Britta, and give us a demonstration of how some of these things take stains out. Meanwhile, can they see a video anywhere on your website?
On the brennagarcia.norix.biz, there's not a lot of tips and tricks for using the product. You can only find tips and tricks for using the product once you make your transaction. You join my VIP group, which is Happily Clean and Green, because now you're jumped that threshold and you have become more interested in being clean and green than green.
Using the actual product. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right, guys. So we're going to put that information in the chat so that you know how to connect with Brenna. Brenna, I received my products and I'm going to be using them. So I'll be calling you. And
call me. I like to help people.
And I'll be joining the group. See, and that's what we love here at Biz Chicks. We love people who love to help people. With that, we don't want to keep you long because we know we promised you to give you some change. So, Brenna, we want to thank you again for being such a great guest. We want to give that shout out to
thank you, everyone.
To Robin. We look forward to talking with her next week. Fran, I hope you're well out there streaming on behalf of our clients. And then with the other things, I want to say thank you, everybody, for joining us. Ramsey, I hope, Frazier, pardon me, I hope you got some great tips for your business. And with that, we're going to say that tomorrow is Friday, Brenna. So, on Friday, we talk tech and English for for business and try to get business tips that will help you do business better, that you can implement quickly and simply. So with that, we look forward to talking to you all tomorrow. And remember, don't forget to go to the front of your own line, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thanks for popping in.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Boom.
All right.
Wait a minute. There we go.